Good morning everyone. Welcome to the English class. In the previous class, we have seen a few exercises from the chapter A Visit to the Kaziranga. Now we'll see the rest of the exercise. So today let's start with the grammar session. And the grammar session is about adverbs and the different types of adverbs and how we can use them differently. What do you mean by an adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb. It tells us more about a verb, adjective or an adverb. And there are different types of adverbs. There are adverbs of place, adverbs of manner, adverbs of time, adverbs of degree and adverbs of frequency. Now let's see what are adverbs of place. An adverb of place is a word that tells us where the verb or the action is taking place. Let's see one example. The balloon floated upwards. So this shows where the balloon is going to. So where the action is happening, that is shown by the word upwards. So that is an example of adverb of place. So an adverb of place answers the question where. Now the next one is adverb of manner. An adverb of manner tells us how or what is the manner of the action being done. So it answers the question how the action or how the verb is done. Now let's see one example. The rhino charged angrily. So it says how the rhino charged. So the rhino charged angrily. That word angrily is an adverb and it is an adverb of manner. Now the next one is adverb of degree. And it answers the question to what degree or to what extent the action is done. See one example here. It ran extremely fast towards the gate. So that word extremely shows a degree or to what extent the action was done. So that is an adverb of degree. Now the next one is adverb of time. And an adverb of time answers the question when. When an action or when a verb is happening, when the action was done. So an example is, we are going for the safari today. The word today specifies or it answers the question when. So that is an adverb of time. Below you can see an exercise. Underline the adverb and write its kind. So you can see a few sentences given here. In each of the sentence, you have to underline, you have to identify and underline the adverb in the sentence and you have to mention which type of adverb it is. You have to write it in the space provided there. You do this as an activity now. Please pause this video, finish it and come back. Hope you are done with that exercise. Now let's discuss the answers. The first one, he acted wisely. Which is the adverb in this? The adverb is wisely and it is an adverb of manner. Now, my sister is coming tomorrow. The word tomorrow is the adverb here, which is an adverb of time. And the third one, she drives there every day. And every day is the adverb and it is an adverb of time. Now, they are reading quietly. Quietly is the adverb. It is an adverb of manner. I'll see you soon. The adverb is soon. It is an adverb of manner. The rain lasted for a week. A week is the adverb and it is an adverb of degree. Just wait for a minute. It is an adverb. A minute is the adverb and it is an adverb of degree. It is a very cold day. Very is the adverb here and it is an adverb of degree. I hope you got the answers correct. Now the next one, you have to replace the highlighted phrases with adverbs from the box and rewrite the sentences. So you can see here a box is given and in the box a few adverbs are also given. And below you can see 10 sentences and in each of the sentence a few words are highlighted. Like here it is again and again. The words again and again is highlighted and you have to replace the highlighted words with a suitable adverb chosen from the box. For example, again and again. A suitable adverb that you can use here is repeatedly. So you can rewrite the sentence as, I have told you repeatedly to tidy up your desk. So similarly, you have to complete or rewrite all the other sentences in your notebook. Do this as an activity now. Please pause the video, finish it and come back. Hope you are done with that activity. Now let's discuss the answers. The first one, I have told you again and again to tidy up your desk. Again and again can be replaced by repeatedly. Cross the road with a lot of care. With a lot of care is highlighted, which can be replaced by the adverb carefully. Now the next one, grandfather takes his medicines at regular intervals. At regular intervals can be replaced by regularly. The parents looked at their child with a lot of love. With a lot of love is highlighted. It can be replaced by the adverb lovingly. Now 5. She is not on time. Not on time is highlighted, which can be replaced by the adverb late. Now, the next one, question number 6. The little girl sat close to her mother. Close to can be replaced by near. 7th one, once in a while she drives her son to school. So, once in a while, it can be replaced with sometimes. Now 8, the chief guest spoke just for a short time. Just for a short time can be replaced by briefly. 9, I'm opening the presents at this very moment. So, at this very moment can be replaced by now. The flower show is held once a year. So, once a year can be replaced by annually. So, see how these sentences can be rewritten with adverbs. Now, let's see the next part, and here you have a note in your textbook. It's about the adverb of frequency. What do you mean by an adverb of frequency? So, an adverb of frequency is an adverb that shows you how often someone does something or how long something lasts. So, here you have two examples given. She always takes the school bus. So, it shows how often she takes the school bus. So, the word always is an adverb of frequency. He will never come late again. Here the word never is an example of adverb of frequency. Below you can see an exercise. Fill in the blanks with suitable adverbs of frequency given in the box. So, this one you do as an activity. You have to choose a correct adverb of frequency from the choices given in the box, and below you can see sentences with blanks in between. Choose the correct adverb of frequency to fill in the blanks and complete the sentences. Please pause this video, finish writing the answers and come back. Hope you are done with that exercise. Now let's discuss the answers. The first one, I have never met him before. So the correct answer there is never. Have you ever been to London? The next one, usually Danny goes for swimming in the lake. Now the fourth one is Priya and Danny are seldom late for class. And the fifth one is I sometimes eat my breakfast in class. Now the sixth one, my mother always goes to the market alone. 7. We do not like football, so we rarely watch it on television. She often shares her food with the homeless. So I hope you got all the answers correct. Next one, match these definitions to the type of adverbs. Write an example for each. One has been done for you. So you can see a table here. The definitions of different types of adverbs are given in this column, the left column, and in the middle the name of the type of adverb is given, and to the right side you can see a column for writing examples or example sentences with an adverb of each type. So one example is already given there. Let me read it out to you. When we want to give more information about where something is or where it is happening, we use an adverb of place. And there is one example sentence given there. My grandmother's house is nearby. Use this example as a reference. Similarly, you have to complete the table with the correct matches and example sentences for each type of adverb. You can do this as a homework. Now, let's discuss the next exercise. It's punctuation. Punctuate this paragraph. You can see a paragraph given there, and you go to the paragraph very carefully, and you have to use the correct punctuation marks and use capital letters wherever necessary. This one you do as an activity now. Please pause this video, punctuate the paragraph correctly, and then come back. Hope you are done with that exercise. Now let's see the correct punctuations. So, there is just over, see the word just, the letter J is capitalized. Just over 100 years ago, there is a comma. There were thousands of rhinos all over the world. Full stop. Then starts with a capital letter. Ancient cave paintings in Europe. E is capitalized. Show lots of rhinos. Sentence ends. So full stop. Capital U. Until about 100 years ago, a comma, there were more than 5 lakh rhinos in Africa and Asia, a comma. But today, there are only about 29,000 rhinos left in the wild. A full stop. Then capital P. People kill rhinos for sport and also to steal their horns. Do you want to save the rhino? A question mark and capital letter H. How can you help? Then a question mark. So I hope you got all the punctuations correct. Now let's move on to the next exercise. It's the listening exercise, and this one also you can do as a homework. Abhishek is planning to visit the Kaziranga National Park with his parents. He intends to reserve a room in the tea tree forest guest house for their stay. Listen to the conversation between him and the manager of the guest house and complete the form given. So this activity you do it in a different way. So you imagine that you are Abhishek and that you are planning to visit the Kaziranga National Park with your parents. Imagine that you are having a conversation with the manager at the guest house that you are planning to stay. Imagine that conversation and then you can fill in all the details mentioned below. This one you can do it in a different way. Imagine that you are Abhishek and you can choose someone else, maybe a friend or maybe your brother or sister, maybe you and your parent. Let the other person be the manager of the guest house that you are planning to stay. And you imagine yourself as Abhishek, then have a conversation between you two and then you fill in all the details here. Clear? Now let's move on to the next exercise. It's the speaking exercise and it's about critical thinking. Imagine you have been asked to set up a national park. In groups, discuss your ideas on what steps you would take. So we have already discussed what a national park is. A national park is an area set aside by the national government for the protection of this natural environment and all the organisms living there. And here you are asked to imagine that you are planning to set up a national park. And in groups, you can have a discussion with your friends or family and you have to discuss what are steps that you are going to take to set up the national park. You can use a few hints given here. Name of the park. You have to discuss what is the name that you are going to give the national park. Facilities such as safari, campsites, facilities for education such as museums, auditorium for short films, photo galleries, souvenir shop, rules of the park. You can use these hints and add to the discussion. You do this as a speaking practice or speaking exercise with your friends or family. I hope this is clear to you. This can be done as a homework. The next exercise is the writing section and it's about writing a travelogue. What do you mean by a travelogue? Imagine you are traveling to a place and you have all these experiences and you are going to write about it. You are going to write about the journey and about all the people and all the sceneries and all the experiences that you had there, and that is called a travelogue. So let me read out a note to you. A travelogue is an account. Account means a description. A travelogue is an account of someone's travel experiences given in the form of a story. Pictures of the place visited, buildings, historical monuments, sceneries, important landmarks make the travelogue more interesting. And here in this section you are asked to write a travelogue about a place you traveled to recently and using the given guidelines. See, a few guidelines are given here and you can include these hints or these guidelines in your travelogue. These guidelines are how to get there, weather, what to wear or carry, tourist attractions, the best time to visit that place, names of good hotels or lodges, the cuisine, the transport. You can include all these details while you are writing a travelogue. So you do this as a homework. You can write this travelogue in your notebook, take a picture and send us to Teams. So below that you can see a sample travelogue given there. Just go through it as a reference and similarly you can write your own travelogue. Now let's move on to the next exercise. It's the My Word Bank. Write any 4 movement words from the story. So we have come across a lot of movement words in the story, A Visit to the Kaziranga. You have to find a few movement words from the story. You need to write at least 4 here. You do this as an activity now. Please pause this video. Find out the movement words from the story. Write at least 4 of them here and then come back. Hope you are done with that exercise. Now let me share a few movement words given in the story. Tottering, charges, storms forward, throwing, rushes, whirling around. All these words indicate some kind of movement and hence they are called movement words. So you can write any 4 of these words here in the space provided. So children, we have come to the end of this chapter, A Visit to the Kaziranga. I hope you are clear with the story and all the exercises we discussed in this chapter. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, bye.